Welcome, bout betters. As always, we look for skewed or wide lines to take advantage of the bookies. While I do think Rafael Fiziev should be the favorite in this bout, he is facing the most skilled and most dangerous gatekeeper in the UFC in Rafael Dos Anjos. A win against Dos Anjos normally catapults you to the top. He's been a stable top contender for nearly a decade. His resume is almost unequaled with fights against Khabib Nurmagomedov, who did not finish him, Robbie Lawler, who did not knock him out, and Kamaru Usman, who dominated him on the mat for over 18 minutes of control time to grab that victory. But Rafael Fiziev is a pure striker who has no grappling, but exceptional takedown defense at 95%. It's Fiziev's striking and counter wrestling that is next level. But he hasn't faced a well-rounded fighter as Rafael Dos Anjos. That's why I would hesitate to utilize Fiziev as a parlay piece in this particular bout. I can't write off Dos Anjos' probable successes both on the feet or on the ground. Rafael will be the older fighter at 37 years old and has been a 500 fighter since 2019. Rafael Dos Anjos has faced not only the better competition, but lost only to elite fighters that can grapple, like Colby Covington, Michael Chiesa, Tony Ferguson, Clay Guida, and even one of my old favorites in Tyson Griffin. But resumes don't win fights. Grappling, wrestling, and striking in the UFC does. Fiziev on the feet is a master. Yes, he spends 90% of his time at distance, but he can mix it up on the inside as well. He's got a fantastic clinch. He'll hold you in that plum and attack you on exits. Fiziev is also comfortable in close quarters. Yes, he prefers to be on the outside, but he will pressure and crowd his opponents. Fiziev, despite being a prolific volume striker, hasn't got a lot of power. Yes, he has knockouts, but he depends on his volume and pressure to get you to a point where you just can't stand any longer. Dos Anjos does have more knockdowns, and power is one of the last things to go in an older fighter. Both these guys are willing to stand and trade, with Fiziev absorbing more strikes than Rafael Dos Anjos. I think defense will come into play here, but it's not necessarily the striking defense that will be the factor here. Most of Fiziev's grappling effectiveness is standing up in that plum position, and he does control his opponents. But I think Rafael Dos Anjos' win condition is how well he can implement his grappling. Rafael Dos Anjos has landed 55 takedowns in the UFC against the likes of Paul Felder, Kevin Lee, Colby Covington, Robbie Lawler, Anthony Pettis, Donald Cerrone, and Nate Diaz. I hate the MMA math, but it's not arithmetic to determine Rafael Dos Anjos can wrestle and is a submission threat. At plus 195, there is value in Dos Anjos as he lands nearly 3 takedowns per 5 minutes, and I don't think Fiziev is going to be able to stuff Dos Anjos' takedown attempts. Sure, Fiziev can repel Mark DeCasey and Brad Riddell, but I'm going to invest that he won't be able to fend off Rafael Dos Anjos. I'll take Dos Anjos in this spot. I think this fight does go the distance as Rafael Dos Anjos hasn't been finished or knocked out since Eddie Alvarez did in 2016. But I think he has the submission finishing upside, defeating Neil Magny just 2 years ago. Rafael Dos Anjos still is hungry and tasted that belt and doesn't want to be relegated into obscurity as a future Hall of Famer. My don't sleep pick for this card is Rafael Dos Anjos. I think there is a lot of recency bias in everyone backing Fiziev, especially at that number. Is he the better striker or more polished striker? Yes. But in this position, I think Rafael Dos Anjos is going to come through for us. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you've made it this far, you are a bout better.